Hey guys, Rasso, Basik Lifestyle. Today I want to talk about, pretty sure this is recording, yeah it's cool, awesome. Cool, so today I just want to talk about the self-development industry. Obviously this whole thing is about obviously growing, which you would deem as self-development in all different aspects, but for me, I just want to talk about the community. Look, I'm not one to bag anyone or anything like that, but for me I'm finding it's quite funny because in self-development or the community, everyone's like, yeah, you know, we're all about everyone being positive and growing and helping each other, which is awesome, don't get me wrong, love that idea. But it's a lot of shit, like, honestly, yeah, like, most people are like, no, like, it's all about everyone's so nice. Are they? You know, don't get me wrong, I haven't actually had any personal negative experiences or connotations with anyone in particular, but for me I find I meet a lot of self-development people who are like, yeah man, if someone's working a 9 to 5, they're not growing, they're not successful, they're not an entrepreneur. Bullshit. It's absolute bullshit, straight up. It pisses me off when they say that. How demeaning, what, you think you're better than someone else because you don't work a 9 to 5? Who gives a fuck? Life's about being happy. Who cares if you work at McDonald's? Who cares if you work bloody at a recycling depot? If that's where you're happy and you enjoy what you do and you have a good life, who cares? You don't need to be an entrepreneur. Such a fucking wanky term. Sorry about my language tonight. It's late night in Adelaide. You know, this is just something that's just sort of like been sitting on my chest a bit lately that I really wanted to get off. Something I'm going to talk about more in the podcast, go a bit deeper, but I just want to talk to you guys and just say, like, look, if you're not into self-development, or say you're into self-development, but you like having a 9 to 5, that's awesome. Nothing wrong with that, 10 to 6 or whatever, you know. If you like having a normal day job and you're not the boss, that's awesome. There's nothing wrong with that. When I bought my first gym, I was still working there. You know, like I was working as a manager before I bought my first gym. And when I bought my first gym, bought all 3 gyms, I was working in 9 to 5. I had structured hours, but I was still an entrepreneur. I really hate that term as well. I just find people use it so loosely, like if they do like a MLM type thing, it's like, oh, entrepreneur. You know, which once again, you know, it's not my place. I'm not going to be bagging anyone, so bar just the negativity that I find or the demeaning nature of it. For me, I don't like when people think they're above others due to financial status, social status, that perceived success bullshit that everyone tries to play. I just don't agree with that. So yeah, I'm sorry about the language. A little bit tired. You know, my filters aren't up nice and high tonight. Obviously I've got a bit of music on in the background. I'm just cranking Meek Mill's new album. Massive fan of his. So the reason I'm doing that is it's just keeping me in that state. Hopefully it doesn't really screw the audio too much. If it does, I'm sorry. Knowing my luck, I'll probably have to reshoot this like 3 or 4 times and I'll lose my meanings behind it anyways. But look, let's just see how we go. So yeah, what I want to get through tonight is, if you're seeing people that you deem as successful or whatever, you know, that's cool, that's awesome. But if you're, say, in the self-development community or the entrepreneur community, like I guess I sort of am myself. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't know if there's like some like gang, or some like hidden group that I don't know about that I haven't been invited to, where I was like, oh, we're, you know, the self-development people and we all hang out together and drink martinis and or the entrepreneur one, whatever. Don't get me wrong, like I haven't been nominated for any like Entrepreneur of the Year award or anything like that, nor do I really care if I ever am. For me, what I want to get through is, if you meet someone and they're belittling other people because they're working a 9 to 5, there's something wrong with that person. Straight up. Like, if you're on such a path of self-development, self-growth and entrepreneurial success, why do you care what other people are doing? You're not trying to help them by belittling them. You're treating them like shit. You're being a judgmental and narcissistic prick. It's awesome if people want to work a 9 to 5. I've had a few good friends of mine who are in the self-development community who left the community because they were sick of people belittling the 9 to 5ers, and they've gone back to 9 to 5 jobs, and you know what, they're perfectly happy. Because it is stressful being an entrepreneur. It is stressful having your own business and managing employees and staff and paying bills and BAS and wages and tax and all that. It's scary stuff because, yeah, obviously a lot of it, if you do it wrong, if you just make a mistake, you could end up in jail for doing something wrong without even meaning to. There's no, like, guidebook. No one comes and holds your hand and is like, hey, this is what you do when you do it, you know? I've had a couple of mentors. Unfortunately, I haven't learnt as much as I would like to from them. But it's not because of them not teaching, it's more the fact that people can't teach you for what to expect, especially in business. Especially if you're creating your own thing, for instance with the clothing label, which is Basik, with the YouTube, with the social media, even with my gyms. I didn't really have anyone who could guide me because I was doing it my own way, or I was doing it with other people. Obviously Basik isn't just mine. I've got two amazing business partners who you guys know, as Taylor Life, Jesse Trout, Sarah Giblons, or Sarah Giblons, she's just got it as now. It's one of those things, you just take it as it comes, you learn as you go, which is awesome. So anyways, I'm getting a bit off track as I always do, so sorry for rambling. I just wanted to get back to the point of this, don't let people make you feel bad. And you know what, if you're in that self-development community, stop talking yourself up and how much better than you are than others. Cool, you travel and you work from your laptop. Hooray, that's so damn cool. No one cares, right? It's awesome. You want to travel and do that, that is so awesome. Enjoy it. Don't try to shove it in people's faces or make people feel bad about it. I've done that, I've done the whole working from home and traveling and laptop. Personally, it's not for me. I like my structure. I like getting up, knowing what I'm going to do for the day. I like planning. I'm a typical Leo. I'm very masculine in mindset when it comes to business, so it's very structured. That's just how I like to work. Whether or not that's you, nothing wrong with that. My thing I really just want to get through is, don't ever feel bad if you see these people who are complaining, saying, "Oh, you're working 9 to 5, you're not an entrepreneur." Bullshit. Some of the most influential people of our time and the greatest entrepreneurs of our time and generations past had 9 to 5 jobs when they created their side business that turned into something big. You think of Apple and stuff like that, and where they started. A lot of them had 9 to 5 jobs as they were creating these other awesome ideas on the side. So when I hear, I'm not going to name anyone, there's a couple of famous people that I do not agree with what they preach whatsoever. The people who, for instance, will be like, if you have a 9 to 5 and you're not grinding 24/7, you're not hustling bloody 100% of the time, you're not going to be successful. Yet they then have their employees who all work for them, which are working 9 to 5s. So it's like, are you belittling your employees? And then they try to act like they're the nicest people in the world, they go up to employees and praise their employees. Dude, you just talk shit about what they do for a living. If it wasn't for them, you'd have no success. Remember, being an entrepreneur is not for everyone, nor should it be. I know for a fact, with me, the only reason I'm doing what I'm doing is because I suck at the structure of others. I struggle to work for other people, not because I don't want to. I wish I could. It'd be awesome to be able to do a 9 to 5, but unfortunately that's not me. I need a team of people who can run my business for me. My manager at my gym club, at my gym is incredible, very well structured, doing stuff I couldn't do. She's awesome at it. I'd struggle without her massively. Even before that, one of my male managers that I used to have, he was incredible as well. Same thing, very structured. I couldn't do that without him. I couldn't have that business, and I know that. I rely on them, and it's awesome. I'm glad if they were entrepreneurs, they wouldn't be working for me. They'd be out doing their own thing, and I'd have no one. Same with Basik. I'm not great at structuring everything. I'm very spur of the moment, this, that, boom, 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 let's go. Sarah and Jesse really pull me in line, massively. Even all this tech stuff, I suck at this. Jesse's a man, he kills that stuff. He gets it all set up, obviously the camera and the editing, that sort of stuff. Sarah's incredible. Obviously, look at this beautiful little scenery behind her. I wouldn't even put up the lighting rig. She sets it all up so I don't look like a weathered old man and bags and I don't know, all the issues that come with that lighting. And obviously the scenery, I'm so thankful to those guys. I couldn't do this without them. I'm just good at rambling, and hopefully some people like it. You probably get a bit annoyed and once again, ramble. But what my point was with that is, obviously, not everyone's meant to be this way, Everyone has their things they're good at. So, to the people in, the entrepreneur community or the MLM community or the self-development community, stop pushing down other people's throats that they have to be a business owner or they're not going to make good money or be successful without it. Because you know what? I know people who have 9 to 5 jobs who make a lot more money than me and have a lot less stress than me. And I'm doing alright. I'm not a millionaire, but I'm doing pretty good. My life's cushy. I've got everything I could need. If I want to buy something, I can sort of go out and buy it. Obviously not a jet or anything crazy like that, but in realistic standards, if I wanted to eat out every night for dinner, I could. I'm very, very grateful for the life I have. But I know people who work a 9 to 5, less stress, they don't go home, they have to worry about bills, all that sort of crap. And they love life. So don't belittle people who are doing that, because a lot of the people who are the ones belittling tend to be the people who aren't doing that well. They're the people who are maybe doing an MLM and yeah, I'm clearing an extra $1,000 a month. That's awesome, cool, that's really good. I'm not working 9 to 5, that's awesome as well. But tend to not be the ones at the top. The ones at the top aren't going around belittling the people, not because they're trying to force you to come and do the MLM, because then you can be successful too. Look, do things that are good for you. Do not pressure people. Do not belittle people, because if you're in self-development and self-growth, you shouldn't be negative. That's a lot of the biggest thing that's put me off the self-development community. I do a lot of self-development myself, which is awesome, but I never belittle people who do drugs or alcohol or anything like that, because you know what? It's their life, it's their body. If they're happy, let them enjoy their life. Life is so short. Tomorrow you could be wiped out by a solar flare. You could have a heart attack. You could get given cancer. Anything. You could be hit by a fucking bus. So stop belittling others. And you know what? If you're working a 9 to 5 and you like your job, who cares what everyone else is saying? Just do you. That's it. It's just that simple. So yeah, look, the self-development community, there's so much positive in it, but there's a lot of negative people who think they're being positive. Same with MLMs, same with entrepreneurs, even obviously same with the 9 to 5 workforce, of course, but all of them. Moral of the story today, and my little rambling on, which I hope you've enjoyed slightly, if not at all. Meh, don't watch it. But look, give love, get love, show love, be nice. If you are an entrepreneur and you want to get people's support, don't sit there being negative. Ask people for support. Say to them hey look, I know you're doing a 9 to 5, why don't you check this out? Or if you see someone who you know is entrepreneurial and you want to give them that help, go talk to them about it. But don't be negative, man, you're never going to make any money in a 9 to 5, man, all that sort of crap. Just be nice, guys. I think that's it, really. I think I've rambled enough tonight, so thank you for listening. Yeah, hit like and subscribe for Basik Lifestyle. Give us a follow on Instagram, on Facebook. So the Instagram and Facebook is basic_lifestyle and Basik Lifestyle on Facebook. My Instagram is Mr_Marasso. Sarah Givons is one of our business partners, and Tailored Life is our other business partner, Jessie Trout. I didn't know how to explain that just then, because Sarah Givons and her Instagram name are the exact same. So besides that though, yeah, awesome. Thanks guys for listening. Hopefully you enjoy it. Please leave me some comments and let me know anything you think I could do better. Any topics you'd like me to talk about, because I really would like to hit on some topics people are into. I will be dropping my podcast soon, which will be What Keeps Me Up at Night. That'll delve a bit more into conspiracy theories and politically correct stuff. I think I will probably record it as well. Yeah, that's about it, guys. Thanks for listening again. I'm going to stop rambling like I always do. Peace out from Basik Lifestyle. Lots of love.